Good day everyone, Leo Cheers from Mythmaster here to, for the third time, rank Marvel Rivals characters based on how much I want to play them, because I haven't got the game yet, but hopefully will soon, because it's going to be my 18th birthday in about a month, and yes, I'd like us to get to 500 subscribers before May, which I know is quite a high ask, but let's see if we can do it. First up, we have Adam Warlock, who is a strategist who can revive his teammates with his ultimate and shoot healing beams and stuff. Well, healing and damage bolts, I think. But the fact I don't know much about him shows that I'm not that interested in him. And I think I'll start off with a D tier. No offense, Adam. Next, Black Panther. Melee characters, I quite, or at least whoever I'm playing, I normally end up going quite close. So if I'm a melee character, I might as well do it. I play games like Overwatch and stuff. So Black Panther is a melee character, and he's got lots of movement, which I always like. But he seems a bit, not basic, but I think I die very easily as him, because I have a habit of dying when I play games. Okay, now I can move him up to B tier. Black Widow. So she's a sniper, but also has a bit of close range and stuff. And my aim isn't the best, but her other abilities, like her kick, do look pretty fun. But I don't see myself playing her that much. Third, the Hulk. Okay, I'm not sure why, but we're starting off with characters who don't particularly appease to me. Hulk is one of not least favorite Marvel characters, but I find him a bit boring. I'm not sure why. And the form changing is quite cool, and I like that as Bruce Banner he can do a bit of stuff instead of just using a gun. He also has his grenade, and then as Monster Hulk you get to go all puny god on whoever you want. But he'll also go CT because I've heard he's not the best. Captain America, I'll probably go B. Let's see, because I've heard he doesn't do much damage. But okay, there, his ricochet shield does look pretty fun, and deflecting is always a fun ability. Cloak and dagger, however, look very fun. Cause I really like being able to like change forms and stuff. Or the concept of form changing, having multiple movesets in a way. And cloak's flight and visibility power looks great, and the blindness, and also daggers lock on healing doesn't hurt due to my aforementioned lack of aim. Doctor Strange is also an A tier, probably, as his portal is insane, even if it can only be used like once a match. And Primary Fire, he does a bit of damage, has a really big shield, which is always good for a Vanguard. And then his ultimate, Eye of Agamotto, seems really cool. Plus, he has a fun dark magic mechanic, but I would have liked it if he had more spells. Groot is next, and another Vanguard. We've had quite a few, well, we've had three, which is most so far. But Groot can attack with his arms, put up walls, say I'm Groot, but talk to Emma Frost in their interaction. But he's probably going C because he doesn't have many movement abilities and stuff, and I like characters who can move around a lot. Hawkeye. Okay, well, I know I said I'm not good at aiming, which is very important for Hawkeye, but this is based on how much I'd like to play them. And Hawkeye is my favorite Marvel character, so I'd like to play him a lot, even if I don't think I'd be that good as him. Whereas I like characters, as in Black Widow is probably my favorite out of these guys, but I wouldn't like to play him the same way I really want to play Hawkeye. Next up, Hela, who's another fairly aim-heavy character, and I like her design, as in her POV looks fun, and her Raven ability looks really fun. My cat's currently rushing against me, which is why I might sound a bit distracted. But her ultimate also looks fun, even though it probably does make you a bit of a target. But I'll put her in B probably, which kind of would like to play them, but not particularly fussed about it. Iron Fist, he seems like an annoying character, and I just don't like annoying characters that much. I'm guessing some of those can be very annoying. But I know I said I might like Melee, but not his kind of. Basically, no, I don't think I'd like to play Iron Fist that much. Because he seems a bit too, not meta, but he seems like quite high, or either low skill or very high skill. And I don't think it'd be worth me being him when others could be him in a way. Iron Man, perma flying characters, I like the concept of anyway. He can shoot, he can fly, like fly, and shoot his micro missile. No, that's Diva. So launch his missiles. His ultimate is probably one of those iconic things about Marvel Rivals. And then he can also do his uni beam. Basically, he's got a lot of different attacks and movement, even if he is a bit of a vulnerable target. Jeff. Doo 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 doo. Okay, I might not like to play him as much as like Cloak, Dagger, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man, but I definitely like to play him more than Black Panther, Captain America, Hela. He is adorable, and I really like the look of his swimming ability and his ultimate. But the rest of his kit seems pretty mid in a way. Unlike Loki, who is in instant S tier, because his clones, his invisibility, the nice touch of doing extra damage on a backstab, even if it is not much extra damage. He just seems like a really fun character to play, because he can both help your team and also be a nuisance to the enemy at the same time. Luna Snow, uh, not that. From also this is based on how much I like the characters to some extent and stuff. I don't know Luna Snow that much, and she seems like a bit of a just. I'm not sure, but she has a snowball thing, which is a nice, unique mechanic. I feel like people criticize me for playing Luna Snow in a way, but yeah, her playstyle doesn't seem that engaging to me. Unlike Magic, who's never instant S tier, who kind of when the game was first revealed, she was my favorite because she has a lot of movement, including teleporting, even if it is a short range. And when she comes out of her teleport, she can do either, well, she has a choice of either Demon or Big Slash. Even though she's melee, she does have one ranged attack, and as she does more damage, she gains shield health, which rewards her for being aggressive and gives her quite a lot of survivability. And if she uses her cooldowns correctly, she can also use her movement abilities to get away. So overall, very good character in my opinion. Plus, Magic is just a fun character in Marvel, in my opinion. And she's easily the best part of the new Mutants movie. Another instant S tier is Magneto, because one, he seems to play very similar to Sigma in Overwatch, and he is probably my main. Two, he's Magneto. I love Magneto. Three, he's voiced by some other person who voices Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars, I think. And while I didn't watch the Clone Wars that much, I love Obi-Wan Kenobi. But basically lots of reasons for why I'd really like to play Magneto. Plus, his ultimate absorbing projectiles and him saying fear Magneto just seems really cool and stuff. And he's got a good mix of damage and protecting his allies. A lot to do in a way. I like characters who can do a lot as with like lots of variety. That's like yeah, for Iron Fist and in Snow, I feel it's just kind of for Iron Fist, kick and stuff, and Luna Snow's kind of throw stuff at Batman. Whereas like Magic can teleport, sword slash, summon a demon. Magneto can shield, bubble, shoot metal. Loki can turn invisible, backstab, copy enemies. Hawkeye is pretty basic, and I do wish I'd given him more trick arrows. But he's Hawkeye, so that's why he gets a pass. Mantis, she was DT in my other ones, but one of my friends plays her and has talked a lot about her to me. And I think I'm going to move her up to C tier probably. Because even though I wouldn't be good at getting critical hits, that does seem like a cool mechanic. And some of her skins look pretty good. And just her design is pretty nice. That sounded odd. But I mean, I like how they're using the MCU inspired one instead of the comics one. Because I like MCU Mantis more than I like the comic Mantis. Moon Knight. I wonder if I'll get any bread. Or Dracula will give me money that I need. But well done if you got those references. His unk seemed pretty cool though. Also a bit not basic. I'm not sure. My ranking system's weird. But I'm gonna put him in B with 3 other duelists. And just kind of yeah, he seems fun to play. I might be okay as him. Character's okay. Don't have much of an opinion. Namor could kind of the same, but his turret's looking well. He looks like he could be annoying to play against, and his bubble doesn't. He has a bubble, but I'm sure they could have done more of his flight. So I could put him in C because I feel like he could have been done better. Though he does look pretty cool, I guess. Okay, next, Penny Parker, who I don't like her like the design of her playstyle that much. And mine seem cool, but again, she seems annoying to play against, and I don't think I'd be that good at playing as her. Plus, I don't feel much about her character, as I don't care much about her character and stuff. So yeah, basically, Psylocke goes with all of the other duelists, and also Captain America. Okay, not all of the other duelists, but you know what I mean. I like kind of the assassin playstyle. She can go invisible, always fun. Her ultimate seems really cool, but nothing particularly stands out to me as amazing about playing as her. Next up, we have Punisher, Frank Castle. Kind of again, I would say I would maybe put him in C because he has just guns and stuff, but he's not just guns because he has a smoke grenade. The turret I don't really care for, but the grappling hook I'm not sure why, but it looks really really fun because multiple Franks can use it, which just I'm not sure it seems really funny to me. But yeah, he's going in B with would like to play, but not as much as people above, and I don't think I'd be too bad as him. Rocket, A tier, seems quite fun. Very small target, so some survivability. Quite agile at coming up walls and jet dash and stuff. And I really like the names of his abilities like BRB and Sia and things like that. Plus, you can ride on Groot, which is really cute. Rhymes. And his voice seems very Rocket in a way. Wanda, S tier, another one of my favorite Marvel characters, along with everybody else on the top row. And even though she does seem kind of she's got a lock on Fire, which seems pretty powerful, and I don't think people like her that much. But I think she seems fun. I really like her invisibility, kind of fly, and the stun sphere area looks fun to use, especially as she got a team up with Magneto, which I think might be cancelled in this season as in season 2, but I'd hope to see it return. And of course, pure KSR ultimate, people can dodge it, but it can be used effectively to do whole team wipes. Next up, Spider-Man. This is hard because he looks really fun to play as, but I don't think I'd be good at him. But I really like Spider-Man, and I think, you know, I don't think I'd be good at him. I think I would like to try him out, so A tier. Plus, he just looks, he's Spider-Man. How could he be lower than A tier? Squirrel Girl, probably. She seems annoying to play against again, but she can summon an army of squirrels for her ultimate. So I think that kind of lands her in B tier. I'd love if like Thanos ever comes to game or when Doctor Doom does, because I'm pretty sure he is going to be a playable character. There's a voice line of Squirrel Girl just talks about how she beat them. Or the Thanos copter is mentioned. Star Lord again would have gone C tier, maybe because pretty basic kit and Punisher's basic, but Punisher's so basic, but also like Punisher's not as basic as you'd expect, but they could have done more with Star Lord and stuff. And they could have given him elemental blasters or basically I feel like they could have done more with Star Lord than just made him shoot and do some movement and stuff. So if I'm being unfair to him. Storm, another perma flyer. She, I know. Okay, okay. I would move her down because they could have done so much more with her. But I don't mind who she is, and she's a contender for S tier, if not for the fact that they just gave her lightning, and I think it's a bit of wind. Yeah, they didn't give her like any ice or rain or yeah. She's severely underpowered, but her ultimate, or maybe not underpowered, but she's not as Storm as she could be. But her ultimate is really fun. Just summoning a tornado and murdering everyone and tearing the environment up. That looks really fun to do. Next up is the other Thunder God, which is Thor, kind of similar to Captain America, though maybe a bit lower because lack of projection. I feel like I don't think I'd be that good at managing his hammer, Mjolnir, Storm, Thor Force things. I don't really like the design they chose to go for with him, and just yeah, seems a bit boring in my opinion. Venom, on the other hand, seems fun, and he's a Vanguard, and I like playing. Normally, I like to play tanks and supports more than damages and stuff. So, but okay, I'm gonna put him A, but I might move him and at the end, and my team move Spidey down at the end as well. But yeah, Bucky, he doesn't have much ammo, which I know you can like manage that with his cooldowns and stuff. I mean his abilities, but still, he has hooks, which are always annoying to go against, and his ultimate just goes again and again and again. Just also seems really annoying to go against. So yeah, I'm sorry, Bucky, but you're our second person in D tier. Wolverine, I love Wolverine. I don't like his design that much. He doesn't have a healing factor, but he can go berserker rage and be fast for special and stuff, which I think might put him up into B tier. Next up, oh, the Fantastic Four. First up, we have Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. I think that I don't really like his enlarged, stretchy form and stuff, and it just looks a bit off, but it's fine. It looks really fun. I really like the idea of grabbing people and slamming them into each other. His ultimate worked with what they did in terms of that makes use of his how they decided to use his stretchy powers and stuff. And basically, he's not. A duelist seems like a weird pick for him though as well. I was like, okay, I think I'm just gonna put him in B because I'm not really sure. There's Invisible Woman. I think it's another S tier, which is getting pretty big because favorite member of the Fantastic Four for me. Invisibility characters, as I mentioned, for Psylocke are fun. She's a strategist, so she can like heal our allies and damage enemies. She has quite a lot of crowd control abilities and just annoying enemies, but not in an annoying way like uh Groot or Iron Fist, just in a I'm helping my team by putting up shields in front of them and pushing you away from my team and stuff like that. It's kind of a useful, annoying instead of a haha, you can't move, I've blocked you with a wall, or haha, I'm murdering you, kind of annoying. And her ultimate also just creates a giant zone, which seems very fun. I would have liked it if she could pop people's heads, but that'd probably be a bit too overpowered. Here's the thing. Yes, I had to do that. Um, I think, yeah, C tier. Kind of like punch and do bigger punch. And he's going to protect allies is pretty cool, which I did in my video when I made content for him, before, like about a year ago. So I think they copied me. Just kidding, but yeah, not that I did it. I did make it so he could go rush and protect his allies. But yeah, seems a bit basic. But his ultimate is clobbering. Oh, I'm not sure if it's called its clobbering time, but he says that looks pretty fun. Johnny Storm. I know he's another perma flyer, but I think the other two just seem more interesting. I know he does have his whole crowd control and making burning areas between them, but I think he does seem like a bit of an annoying character to play as and against, rather than like Ant-Man Storm. I think I just like more. So yeah, now onto our final two. Emma Frost. Well, Emma Frost, as you might know, is one of my favorite Marvel characters, and it's an S tier. Though I don't like her as much as I'll probably like all of the other characters more than her. Apart from maybe, okay, I'm not sure. She's definitely okay. Yeah, those are probably my favorite Marvel characters of all time, apart from Doc Ock, who should be in the game. But just Emma Frost. It Her abilities are perfect. I love all of her abilities. I love how, as I mentioned with Click Nugget, I love changing between forms. I love how she can just choke hold and well slam people on the ground, which cough cough I did in one of my things as well. Concepts for her. My concept I made for her is probably my favorite concept I've made. But yeah, she can change forms. She can protect allies with her shield, which is like Sigma's, and as I mentioned, Sigma's my main in Overwatch. Her ultimate's got massive area, does damage, and can be used to annoy them, which I think is fine because it's an ultimate, and also it's Emma Frost, it seems in character. But yes, her design I think they made it a bit too, you know, but also well, she's Emma Frost. But yeah, her kit it looks amazing, and I think I want to main her when I get the game, basically. Next is Ultron, who we don't really, and there's some leaked abilities and stuff, but we don't know how they properly function and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna put him in B for now. And yeah, that's my ranking for Marvel Rivals characters on how much I want to play them, slash, well, basically how much I want to play them. Yeah, I think I might move. Okay, in terms of rearranging, I'm just gonna keep them where they are. I think I'm happy with how I ended up, where I ended up placing them. Once again, well, thank you for sticking around this long if you did, and comment your opinions and who you main or who you would main in the comments below. Once again, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, because I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before I turn 18 in May. Also, in May, my content will probably slow down because I've got my A-level exams, but I might use YouTube as a way to procrastinate that, so maybe forget what I just said. Have a good day, and ta-ta.